Hi everyone, it's Rosie K here at This Kind of Girl. Now, if you've ever wondered what it is that makes a swingers club so great, and why is it that I keep going back for more, and why is it that people who enjoy the lifestyle kind of dive in deep to it and really enjoy it, then this might be the video for you. Or if you're new to the lifestyle and you're considering it and you're wondering kind of what to expect from a swingers club and what's it going to be like, then again, this video is going to be giving you the answers you are searching. My name is Rosie K, and I'm an open relationship and ethical non-monogamy expert and somewhat of a swinger lifestyle guru. I know there's an awful lot of claims to make. But over the last 10 years, I have been involved in all kinds of swinger situations, and over on my blog site, ThisKindaGirl.co.uk, I aim to banish the myths, misconceptions and stigma attached to swingers and the ethical non-monogamy lifestyle. Now, part of my work that I do entails reviewing swinger clubs. I have been in the lifestyle for, as I said, over 10 years. So in that time frame, I visited an awful lot of clubs. And I've also reviewed a lot of clubs as well. In this video, we're going to be talking about what makes a swingers club great. So let's get straight into it. The first thing I always look for, and the first thing which kind of sets apart a club from a great club, or a great club from a club, I should say, is the hosting. Now, when you're first walking into a club, whether you've been there 20 times, whether it's your first time, whether you're experienced, whether you're not, it's always nice to be welcomed and made to feel accepted and comfortable. Now, the first time I ever visited a club, although I was absolutely terrified, I was made to feel like I belonged. I was made to feel accepted. I was made to feel safe, welcomed. The hosts could not do enough for us. They knew it was our first time going, but you were greeted like you're an old friend. Don't worry, you're in the right place. All is good. Just relax. That is how it was made to feel, and that is something I've always looked for. And again, regardless of whether you're experienced or not, whether you've been to that club many times or not, it's always a really great indicator as the type of establishment it is when you go through that door, because it is daunting. You know, you go through that door, you go through that security, and you're made to feel, don't worry, you've done the hard bit, you're here, relax. And that's one thing which I always look for. And again, following on from this, I think the acceptance, because so many people are so worried about being judged. You know, will people see them walking in? Do people know why they're there? Are we going to be judged? Are we going to be scrutinized for going? But as soon as you enter that, it's kind of like, okay, the outside world's there, but you're safe in here. I'm going to talk about that again in a minute. Another thing I always look for, and another thing which makes a great club, is if you are given a tour of the premises. Now, this doesn't have to be a ginormous club with lots of floors and lots of different rooms and facilities. It can be a much smaller affair. It could be a private party. But if you're given a tour by whoever is organising it or hosting it, or security, whoever it is who is in charge of that, then again, this always puts my mind at ease. And also because there's some areas where there's certain protocol you have to follow. If there's an area where it's couples only and I'm there as a single woman, I need to know that. If there's an area where, you know, this is couples and single men or single women, you know, they can't join, or it's, you know, couples and single women, or whether it's, okay, single guys can go here or they can watch here. Again, I need to know that to make sure I'm kind of in the right areas, because there's no point going somewhere and then getting upset that you're, well, we're being watched. Well, that's because you're in a very public place where people are allowed to watch, you know, there's no point getting upset about that. So again, a tour is a really important step. And also you need to know, where are the bathrooms, where are the changing rooms, where are the fire exits? Other areas where you can't go, especially if it's a, you know, a private. I've been to parties that have been in people's private houses. Now, although they've kind of given a free reign of the house, there's obviously that level of like, you know, privacy. So, you know, don't go in this room, or, you know, just don't use that, or don't have sex in here, or whatever it is. And you need to know. There's no point kind of leaving people to just wander and explore. So a tour is really important. And again, there's sometimes certain rules for certain areas. So it's really important that the organizer, or whoever it is, familiarizes you with the layout of the premises. Another thing that I always look for, and I did touch on it when I started this video, is that acceptance. Are they welcoming to all types of people, to all ages, genders, sexualities, couples, body types? We're all different, and for me, what makes a great club is that all people are accepted, essentially, without going into race and sexuality and body type and all these things, which a lot of clubs do kind of host nights for certain things, but also kinks, fetishes, desires, wants, sexualities. I don't like certain things to be sexualized, like race. That's not my thing, and also I don't think it's right. But what I'm saying is, if there's a great mix of people, then that for me is a great sign. I'll try to be as diplomatic as possible here. But if everyone's accepted and everyone is able to kind of wear whatever it is they want and express themselves how they want, that's a great sign. The amount of times I've been to a club when I've been really, I've walked in and I've been like, wow, there's trans guests, there's straight guests, there's bi guests, there's guests who are different sizes, different shapes, different sexualities, all different types of couples, all there for different things, all displaying and expressing themselves in a way which is authentic and true to them. It's great to see. So again, this is a great sign that people feel relaxed enough to be able to do that. Because again, there are some things which you can only do in a swingers club. If it is your fantasy to put your submissive on a collar and lead him in, speaking from experience, guys and girls, put him on a collar and lead him in with just his collar on and he's naked or he's wearing something. That can be achieved at a swingers club, but you wouldn't do that unless you felt relaxed enough to be able to do it. So if people can do those things, for me, it's a great sign. Some people might be a bit put off if they see that, but ultimately, the more self-expression, the better, in my opinion. Another one I'm going to talk about is, how relaxed people are. Are they mixing and mingling and chatting? Is there lots of sociable activity going on? Because although, yes, people are there for sex, they are there for, intimacy and those things, not everybody is looking to get down and play with everybody. Some people are just there for, chatting and being sociable and finding out more about the lifestyle. For some people, they just like to watch. For some people, they like to watch their partner. For some couples, they like to have sex with each other, but around other people. That's their thing. So again, are people able to enjoy it and relax without actually being intimate? Because this is a really important thing, which I think people need to understand. Not everybody goes to a club because they want to have a full swap with another couple, or they want to get involved in an orgy or a gangbang. People go because they like to be in sex positive places. People go because they don't have the opportunity to express themselves in the way that they want in their regular life. A lot of couples and single people go to swingers club because they want to express that, perhaps that BDSM side to them. And again, speaking from experience, the amount of times I've been to a club, not because I'm looking to do like a full swap with another couple, but because the person I've been with and myself have wanted to experience something along the kink and fetish lines. And we can do that in a club, and we can do that with other people present. It doesn't mean that we're looking to swap with them. It doesn't mean we're looking to be intimate, but it means that we can enjoy that because it's not easily achieved in normal life. And the fact that there's such a great mix of people is really great thing to be aware of. So I think that's kind of what makes a great swingers club. And I think on a final point, if the host or the organizers kind of takes that time to get to know you, to talk to you, to build up that rapport, even if you've been to many clubs, even if that's like your 50th visit to a club, or even if it's your first visit, or you've been to that club many times, getting that for them to introduce themselves and get to know you and ask about you and check in with you. Are you guys doing all right? Can I get you anything? Do you want to ask me questions? How are you finding it? Do you need any help? just checking in with you and making sure you're all right and that you're having a great time, it goes a long way, even if you're absolutely fine, or even if you're, you know, you're not looking to get involved and you're perfectly fine just chatting, or, you know, whatever it is you're doing. It's a really great sign when they come up and they introduce themselves to you and just check in, because it really does show that level of care and attention, that really makes a lot of people just relax a little bit more. And I think when I first started going to clubs, that was the one thing which made me feel really relaxed, because although I was completely alien environment, there were people who were conscious, and that obviously, you know, they showed they cared, they were responsible, and they were you know, concerned that, you know, everyone was having a great time and that you were able to relax. So it's a really good thing to look for. I hope, without kind of naming my favorite clubs, if you want to find out more about my swinger club experiences, the club I'm talking about, how I got on and what first time I went to a club all those years ago, and where have I been since, and what I've enjoyed, and who have I met, and what have I been up to, you can do over on my site, ThisKindaGirl.co.uk. And if you're part of my TKG club community, this is where I share my most exclusive behind the scenes content, and also where I share all of my coaching material and all of my resources. So if you'd like to find out more about the world of swinging, how to get involved, and how the best practices, you can do over on my site, ThisKindaGirl.co.uk. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will be back next week with another video on 10 top tips on how to swing with a single person. So I shall see you all then. Bye.